out again? Well, then, so what? Don't apologize. That's what you do.
Other people sneer, they make fun, they think that's funny, or they go, oh man, that is so stupid.
Well, Tom. Number 13, okay, apologize.
Yes, if you screw up, apologize.
You when?
Yes, when you screw up, because you will. Sorry, I screwed up, I should have said when, but I have ADHD, so.
Okay, so here's another thing. Always saying, oh, I have ADHD or it's my ADHD. I find people get real tired of that real fast. Look, you know it's your ADHD. It really doesn't change anything, right? So use it sparingly.
And taking responsibility means you're a big person. Responsibility is not blame. It's not being the fall guy or fall girl or punching bag or doormat, anything like that. Responsibility is about owning it. Like, I made a mistake, I screwed up by backing into your car. That gives me power to say that. Not as much power as my car has in your car, but
Can we cut here?
Hello, I'm Greg Sherwood. I'm right here in the KQED studios with one of the hosts of the program, Rick Green. Rick, hey, thanks so much for coming to San Francisco and spending some time with us at KQED.
Well, you know, it's a tough city to visit because there's nothing to see, but yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Well, I can't wait to talk to you. I'll give you some ideas about where to go free time.
Oh, my wife told me that too.
If you're enjoying this fascinating and humorous look at how to deal with and overcome ADD and ADHD, then we invite you to stay with us as we learn more during the program itself, as well as enjoy some additional insights from Rick Green while he's right here in the studio. And as always, we've got some great ways to thank you for your support. So let's take a look at some of those wonderful ways you can benefit if you receive one of our gifts for your pledge of support. If you can contribute $75 to KQED, you can get the DVD as our way of saying thanks, and you can enjoy this program at your own pace and use it to refresh your memory about the issues, whatever you like. If you can spare $90 in support of our mission to bring you television, you know, you're just not going to find anywhere else, then we will be pleased to send you the paperback book, ADD Stole My Car Keys. It reveals 155 common behaviors and challenges that adults with ADD and ADHD face. Now, you're going to be surprised by the sometimes odd and obscure ways this misunderstood mindset sabotages adults, but it comes with the kind of hilarious observations we're actually enjoying in the program as well. But if $250 works into your budget, just $25 a month for 10 months, you'll get both of those gifts plus several more for a complete combo deal that can really change your life or the life of someone you love. It includes the 3 DVD set, the comprehensive guide to ADHD, along with a pre-diagnosis workbook and a 2-month online subscription to TotallyADD.com. That's the website run by our guest Rick Green along with Patrick McKenna. And now we're going to go over all those gifts in more details shortly. But remember that if you can't spare all those amounts at once, use an installment plan. It's a great way to go. Grab a major credit card or ask about a monthly transfer from your checking account each month. You can arrange your own installment plan using your computer or smartphone at kqed.org/donate, or just give one of our volunteers a call right now at 1-800-568-9999. Now, Rick, I was just telling you, I grew up, and when I first started hearing about ADD and ADHD as an adult, I wished that they'd had that diagnosis when I was a kid in the 50s and 60s, because I struggled with so many of the issues, particularly as a young person.
Yeah.
And yet, I've never gone to a doctor and got myself diagnosed. Is it a good idea?
It's absolutely a good idea because there is so much that can be done about this, and even just understanding how your mind works is tremendously powerful. You can let yourself off the hook. Once I knew that I had the ADHD mindset, once I realized, and I was 47 when I found out, and I wish the same thing. I wish I'd known when I was 8. I would have more friends. I would have been invited to more parties. I would have done better in school. I would have picked different courses at university. My life would have looked very, very different. The analogy I use is it's kind of like height, because people will say, well, doesn't everyone have ADHD? And I'll say, yeah, doesn't everybody have height? Sure, we all lose things now and then. How often? So if you think in terms of height, 4% of the population is 6'5" or up.
Right.
If you look at ADHD in adults, about 4% of adults, 1 in 25, qualify. The difference is with height, you can see it. What if you couldn't? What if you were 6'9" and didn't know it, and you go out in the schoolyard to play with the other kids in grade 2, you play leapfrog, they all get hurt. And they're not, and nobody knows you're 6'9". They can't see it. It's like ADHD. So now they go, well, it's got aggression issues, hurts other children, has to go to special court, needs counseling, problems at home. There's anger issues. The kid, 6'9", tries out for sports. Little girls half as tall do great at gymnastics. The 6'9" kid doesn't do well and thinks, I'm not good at sports because nobody handed him a basketball.
Right, right.
And so suddenly at 47 years of age, you find out you're 6'9", and you go, give me a basketball.
Well, Ted, help me understand, because at the $250 level, they get the DVD of the program
They
we're
get
watching.
program.
They get the book that I just finished
And this
reading, which is really extraordinary. If you have this in your family or guess that it might be something that you're struggling with, you got to read this book.
It's a great bathroom book, 155 sides, 155 pages. You figure it out. It was very simple. And every page has a sort of a symptom of, I'm a much better driver when I'm speeding, for example. Dr. Jan, Dinesh Jan, one of the top experts in ADHD, who's written some of the guidelines, explains the neurology, why that works. And then I tell a humiliating, embarrassing, and funny story from my own experience.
Yeah, it's a very easy read, but very insightful.
Yeah, and you'll go, you know what, that one isn't me, but this one is, because it's so complicated. It does look different.
So just to remind people, at the $250 level, they're going to get that and the other 3D set, right?
Yeah, so we're watching one program, and people were saying, well, you should release one of these every year on PBS. We have 4 more, we'll bring them out now, because people are suffering, families are suffering. You have 2 to 4, depending on the studies you look at, 2 to 4 times the divorce rate, 2.5 times the rate of bankruptcy, 2.5 times the rate of unplanned pregnancies, 2.5 times the rate of STDs because of impulsivity,
Wow.
7 times the rate of multiple car accidents where you're at fault. I am glad I know that I have this, and I'm glad that my son and I, we go to the go-kart track, we beat everyone, but on the way there, my wife drives us. So there are 3 full DVDs, one explaining what it is, the neurology, the history, the science, this is real. And you'll be able to show this to family members who are doubtful, or teachers, or whoever go, wow, you just need to be hitting them more. The second one, embracing the diagnosis. Not a lot of doctors who know how to diagnose this. It's not that hard, but there's a process. And this really shows you how to overcome all of the, so you're not spending thousands and thousands of dollars in doctors' offices trying to figure it out. You can do a lot ahead of time. And the final one, living with ADHD, Patrick McKenna and his wife Janice, sharing some of their embarrassing stories. Gina Pera, who's from around here, author of Is It You, Me, or Adult ADHD, and shares some of her insights. Dr. Jan leads you through it. So these together.
Yeah, I just want to remind people that what we're talking about here is your gift to us, which will allow us to, in exchange for your support at KQED at that $250 level, take advantage of all the great work Rick Green and his team has put together in this package. You get at the $250 level, you're going to get the DVD of the show we're enjoying right now. You're going to get the 3 DVD set with all those different subjects covered, and you're going to get the book that I just finished, which is really great. If you think that your husband or your spouse or one of your kids or your grandkids is struggling with ADD or ADHD, this book will help confirm that for you. And then these workbooks are really outstanding.
That's the other thing I should say quickly. You're seeing 2 comedians talking about their ADHD, but you're also seeing in the video there are experts. I think there's 20 in the video you're seeing, and there's many more in the others. And so you're hearing from the top experts, Edward Hallowell, John Grady. These are the people who are, to be able to get into their office would cost a fortune. Here they are sharing the information. So you've got access to some really powerful knowledge. And then you've got the pre-diagnosis workbook. Now this was created by the World Health Organization. It's a quiz. And we all love taking them. It's a test. If you have ADHD or ADD, this will catch it. And what's great about this is you can do it again and again as you start moving forward, as you start learning more, as you start figuring out your particular flavor of ADHD. You can check and say, well, let's see, number 3, how often do you have problems remembering appointments or obligations? And when I first took the test, it was very often. Now, a few months later, I'm doing a bunch of things that help me with organization, and now it's down to sometimes, or rarely. So you can use
that's a great thing.
Yeah.
So this package is put together specifically to help people, and we hope that you'll help us and allow us to give you this wonderful set of tools. Now we're just about to continue with this helpful and funny look at how to deal with the challenges of ADD and ADHD. But before we do, we'd like to thank our longtime volunteers from Bank of America for agreeing to lend a hand tonight. Yeah, they deserve a hand. And thanks as well to the nice people from San Lorenzo Community Church for showing some community support and doing their share. And of course, we thank our great friends who sign up as individual volunteers who do so much throughout the year. also to Zoe's Cookies and Other Delights in Richmond, Equator Coffee and Teas, a local Bay Area Green Certified Artisan Roaster, TheFruitGuys.com, delivering fresh fruit to offices, Associated Services providing water and coffee to offices around the Bay Area, Cabot Creamery Cooperative, farm families working together to produce naturally aged Vermont cheddar cheese. Thanks to all of them for their donations, and of course, thanks to everyone who made a donation during this intermission. We hope you enjoy this next part even more, knowing that you're among the newest supporters of community-supported KQED.
Special thanks to Western Messenger, serving greater Bay Area businesses since 1979. Special thanks to Stellini Restaurant, Hayes Valley in San Francisco, for providing meals to our pledge volunteers. KED's mastering it. Tip number 14, choose the right job.
We had a business based out of business partner of mine, myself, and his cousin was doing our bookkeeping. He was a very ADD guy. He screwed up our bookkeeping so bad. State of New York hits was $25,000 penalty. And we were just pulling our hair out. What do we do? So I sat down with Paul and I said, enjoy being a CPA. He says, I hate it. It's crazy to do that, but he spent his whole life learning to be a CPA. I said, why don't you become a salesperson for CPA services? So he got a job with one of the big accounting firms selling CPA services, which is a bunch of things, and tripled his income the first year, and was no longer screwing up people's books.
The happier the person is, even though they're burning more candles, maybe overdoing it, they're overcommitted. But if they're doing it with a sense of purpose and mission, and their loved ones are with them for it, there's nothing better. The brain loves to be used.
Okay, you know what you hate to do. But what do you love to do? Think about your strengths. Where do you soar? See, that's where your fortune lies. So if you find a job that matches your temperament or fascinates you, you'll have a job you love. And if you have a job you love, you'll never have to work a day in your life. You'll just do what you love.
Number 15, find the right partner. Look, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, if you're gay or if you're straight, if you're 18 or if you're 80.
This dude's trans. Look at this guy.
No, it doesn't, except I'm speaking of
Gotcha.
Okay, start again. Look, I don't care who you are. What matters most in life are relationships, right? I mean, right now, if you could transform every relationship in your life and just have it be great, how great would you like it? Well, what makes great relationships?
Great communication.
Is it being agreeable with each other all the time?
Great communication.
Is it having common interests you can share? No. What makes a great relationship?
Great communication.
Is it sharing secrets or meeting each other or being dependent on each other? No. What makes a great relationship? It's great communication.
How about listening?
Now, ADHD creates problems with communication. There's so much misinformation out there, your spouse may not understand it. So communication and, of course, education.
Oh, absolutely. Happy wife, happy life.
Right, and if it's not a wife, a husband, it's a man, not a woman.
Well, I'm pretty sure my wife is a woman. Why would you do?